Hello, hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Gemini love reading for April 2021. Hello, my lovely Geminis, how are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in, and for everyone new to the channel, hello and welcome. So lovely to have you here. So, this is going to be for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you're also very welcome. But just bear in mind that I might not be talking about your Gemini, and if there are messages that you're just not resonating with or you're not liking so much, just bear in mind they are also intended for Gemini to hear, so just for my cross watchers. Okay, anyway, what else? This is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Gemini out there, but I do hope you find it useful or enjoyable in some way. And being a general reading, you might find that some parts resonate and others don't, so just take what is useful and leave what isn't. And I do like to say it's April, so you know when this is recorded in sequence with my other readings. But remember, time is fluid in tarot, so I'm really just setting this intention for like your near future. So you could say the next 30 days, or just in the next few weeks. So don't fixate too much about it happening in April, but we'll see what comes up. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for me, that would be wonderful. I'm going to be doing another bonus love reading this month for whichever sign gets the most likes. So definitely hit that like button and leave me a comment if you like the video or it resonates. I'm going to get some general messages for you first, Gemini, and then we'll go into your full spread about you and the person on your mind. So for starters, Gemini, I get some messages for my... Four of Wands flipped. I'm going to take it. Okay, that's a gorgeous card. And it's interesting, it just turned over on its own inside the deck. Okay, can you get some messages for my Geminis, please? My Geminis in love. What is going on for my Geminis? Thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. All right. So first of all, we have the Knight of Wands. See what else? The King of Wands. Leveling up already. The Wheel of Fortune, gorgeous. I'm just going to move these over a little bit. What else? The Seven of Cups, okay, and the Ten of Wands. So a lot of wands, a lot of fiery energy. Now, the Four of Wands can talk about a marriage or a commitment, or just celebrating together in some part, being together in a beautiful relationship, commitment, certainly, but just it's a really beautiful card, a lovely energy, real sense of happiness, security, celebration. So the Knight and the King of Wands. So the Knight of Wands there's a lot of passion and desire here, really someone really going after what they want. Now the Knight of Wands can be sometimes a little bit inconsistent, like in terms of coming in and out of somebody's life. They aren't that stable necessarily in energy, but very passionate and real, like impulsive, goes after what they want. And the King of Wands is all of that and then some, but a little bit more of maturity, of stepping up, of taking charge, as well as all that passion. It's really kind of having all that fire, but actually molding it into something a little bit more directed, if that makes sense, rather than the Knight of Wands can be more clustered, like all over the shop. The Knight of Wands is directing that energy in like a pinpoint. I'm also almost noticing that with his wand reaching up into the sun here. It's almost like he's pinpointing his energy. It's interesting, I haven't seen that before with that card. So the Wheel of Fortune is very positive. It can be, with the Knight of Wands, I'm just going to say it can be someone coming back around. It can be, the wheel turning again, like a cycle, maybe if you've been on one with somebody where they have been inconsistent. They may be coming back around again, but there is definitely positive turn of events, change on the horizon. This is kind of also talking about divine timing. So it may have been something that really the timing was out of your hands about when this was actually going to play out. But the Wheel of Fortune is very positive again, and it certainly is kind of like the universe looking out for you with that energy. And the Four of Wands can also, you know, in some decks be the 11-11 card. So there's a lot of synchronicities that you might have been noticing. Now with the Seven of Cups, there is more a sense of confusion and wondering if something is for real, I'm getting, or if there is an element of illusion going on. It can be about having options to choose between, but I'll get some clarification on that. And the Ten of Wands is kind of like an end of feeling very burdened by something. Maybe you're kind of letting something go, or there was just a cycle that you've gone through, which is now coming to an end, which was quite difficult to get through, but there's like a more positive one that you're going to be moving into. So let's see. Okay, interesting. At the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Cups right now. So this can be talking about well, it can talk about a missed opportunity, certainly. It can talk about someone feeling rejected by somebody, or feeling ignored, neglected. Yeah, kind of it can be somebody being distracted by, with this particular Four of Cups, someone being distracted by offers that really hold no integrity, and in the process ignoring something which is very special indeed. So that could, I definitely see this speaking to the Seven of Cups, maybe also with the Knight of Wands. You could have been dealing with somebody, or this could be you, of course, Gemini, either way. Someone may have had a lot of options here and may not have been focusing on the one that actually held the most promise. And that's what I'm talking about. Their energy was scattered all over the place with their different cups that they had on offer to them. But now I really feel like there is a change here, and they are actually focusing their laser focus on just that one cup that is actually worthwhile. So let's get some clarification. Why is the four? Oh, hold on. Okay, so these had decided to come out. So the Page of Swords and the Five of Swords. So this does speak that there may have been some lack of communication or communication issues between you and somebody else. The Page of Swords is kind of watching somebody from afar here, I'm getting, and wondering why they're not speaking to them. So maybe someone has stopped speaking to you, Gemini, and you're wondering what's going on, trying to find out about them, wondering why they're not speaking to you anymore, or it could be completely vice versa. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from those coming out, but just an extra message. So let's clarify. Why is the four... If I could get to the clarifications. Okay, all right, I'm going to take this for the Four of Wands. We've got the King of Pentacles, so Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But the reason I know this is why this is coming out for the Four of Wands, even though I hadn't finished my sentence, is because the King of Pentacles is about stability. It is about putting down roots. It's actually about higher levels of commitment. It's someone who is in it for the long haul, very reliable, and someone who wants to actually kind of settle down and build a family. Yeah, so that is why the Four of Wands here. Someone is shifting their focus perhaps onto that. Why is the Knight of Wands here, please, for Gemini? Why the Knight of Wands? Why is the Knight of... Thank you. Oh, interesting. We've got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. We have got the whole wand courthouse here now. We've got the King, the Knight, the Queen, and the Page. That's crazy. Also, to have the King and Queen out so early on. But I mean, talk about passion. The Knight of Wands is here. This person is rushing after the other person because there is an intense attraction. There may be intense physical connection or sexual chemistry. There is a lot of passion and attraction here. Just may feel like the other person is sex on legs, basically. And yeah, that is crazy. Someone is crazy hot under the collar about the other person. I'm trying to keep this PG. Okay, why is the King of Wands here, please? Are you joking? The Ace of Wands. Wow. Yeah, all right. I don't want to repeat myself too much, so let's get a bit more. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? We've got the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands as well. All of these wands. Some of you Gemini definitely either have fire in your chart, possibly some Leo, or you are dealing with someone who has heavy fire in their chart, or it doesn't have to be, but if not, it's just embodying that energy right now. Of course, we are in Aries season as I video this, so that could really be having an impact on you or the person you're dealing with, or just an impact on your love life. As in April, that Aries is kind of, you know, this is passion, going after what you want, no messing around in terms of overthinking things. This is really, and you know, not being weighed down by burden. It's kind of dropping anything, dropping burdens, not feeling weighed down, and just going for it. A whole new beginning. Wow. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here, please? Okay, the Justice card. So straight away, card of Libra. So yeah, I feel like potentially then with the Justice card is telling me that there was some sort of injustice, to be honest, because that's the reason that we need justice, is for things to be balanced out, for the for good karma to sort of be coming around, for things, you know, I feel like, as I said, the universe had your back here, Gemini, with this Wheel of Fortune. Maybe that, you know, that things weren't playing out in the timing that you wanted, but it was in the long run, you were going to be earning good karma for this, and things were going to be balanced and made right. So that there's a major shift, I feel like, of good karma coming your way, basically, for whatever that difficult time that you went through is kind of now, as I said, you've gained a sense of completion over that, or you will be, and you'll be moving into oh my goodness, a better time was this. Oh my god, exactly. The cards are just flying for you today as well, I have to say. But look, exactly as I was speaking that, the deck was like, yeah, let me just give you this. I've got the 10 of Cups. So you are basically coming out of the 10 of Wands. You're going into a time of 10 of Cups, like representation. The 10s are cycles as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you are closing out a difficult chapter, or maybe you've been feeling like there's been a heavy weight on your shoulders, or you've been feeling down and out kind of thing for a bit, or just like trudging through, but things are changing and things are going to be becoming a lot more joyful and exciting for you. So why is the 7 of Cups here, please, for Gemini? Why the 7 of Cups? Why is the 7 of Cups here? Oh, you're so talkative 5 seconds ago. Come on, why is the 7 of Cups here for Gemini? Why is the 7 of Cups here? Thank you. Oh, okay. The Hierophant, more major arcana as well. But the Hierophant is card of Taurus. It can be talking about high levels of commitment and maybe even someone's beliefs in something. But really, I feel like, considering we have all this passion, we have someone who's decided to, like, with their options and, you know, that 4 of Cups I was talking about, to laser focus their energy in on the one that they want, making a choice. And because they want that commitment, they want to actually be more stable, they may want to settle down. So this is also somebody looking at their options and thinking, who would be the one that I want to have a higher level of commitment with that Hierophant. So let's get one more for the 10 of Wands, even though I feel like we've already like covered it. But anything else for that 10 of Wands you can tell me about? What's that 10 of Wands about? What's that 10 of Wands for Gemini, please? Thank you. The 8 of Pentacles, yeah. Now you see in this particular 8 of Pentacles how this woman is like, she's putting the work in, but she's as I said, she's trudging through, knowing that things will get better, just got to keep putting the work in, keep putting the work in. And her hands are like cut and bleeding, because these pentacles here are actually made of thorns. So it's not easy going, but she's been just not just trudging on, but kind of just persevering and determined to get through like a difficult time. You may have been even throwing yourself into work, potentially, Gemini, or focusing on that, or work may have just been an element for you that was really, you know, heavy recently. Maybe you were very busy, or like really stressed at work or something like that, or you just had a lot on your plate. And it's kind of like, you know, as that time is coming to an end, you're entering into the next chapter, which is going to be, sorry, my dog just yawned really dramatically, is going to be much more about enjoying yourself. It's about pleasure after a time of hard work and graft, which is what I feel like why you're getting this good karma situation coming around. And there you go. As I said, that bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands. So this 7 of Wands is like dogged determination. Again, it's really fighting against all odds, putting hard work in. Like this guy is like sweltering under the sun, cracking rocks, you know, having to hammer nails, this kind of thing. It's like hammering tooth and nail, I just heard, well, because I said hammering nails, to keep going, not giving up, not backing down, like of the whatever challenges you faced, you haven't succumbed to it. And yeah, things are about to get a lot more fun, I would say, as a result, Gemini. It's like you're getting a reward, I want to say. So let me pop these away and we'll go into your spread. So with the spread itself, I'm going to be asking 12 questions which are sort of specific about you and the person that you have on your mind regarding love whilst you're watching this video. If you don't have anyone on your mind, it might be someone that you encounter in the near future and how you're going to be feeling about them and vice versa. But we'll see what comes up. See who that King of Wands is. Or Queen of Wands, depending on your scenario. So, let me get the top 12 cards for the spread for Gemini, please. Gemini in love, in April in the near future. My Geminis. With the top 12 cards, please. Oh, sorry. It's the world jumping out. As I said, chapters, cycles, as one closes, a new one begins. Perhaps even getting closure on one situation that you were dealing with. Maybe with that Justice card, some of you were dealing with a legal situation. It's kind of actually gaining some closure, and now you're kind of being set free. But we'll see. I mean, the Four of Wands can talk about marriage as well, but it seemed very positive. So I don't want to say that, you know, we're looking at divorce and that kind of thing here, but maybe for some of you that will resonate. The top 12 cards, please. Okay, let's go. There's the 8 of Pentacles again, straight off the bat. Wow, Page of Wands, yep. The 10 of Wands. It's a completely different deck, by the way. Okay, interesting. Page of Swords. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Wow. Oh, very nice. Okay. Gemini, woof. It's getting hot in here. We've got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck straight away. So this is a passionate new beginning. This is someone who's extremely attractive / attracted to you, or both. High level of passion. We've already seen at the beginning, this is actually action orientated, something actually happening. It's in, you know, the 3D, if you like. You will know that this is happening. This is, yeah, exciting. Let's see what's going on. Oh my goodness, the 10 of Pentacles right behind that. I feel that whatever is starting now or restarting with somebody, depending, this passionate new beginning for you is something that could actually go the long term. We already saw that element of someone feeling in a more stable, wanting to bring more stability to this connection at the very start. And now, yeah, 10 of Pentacles is the long term. It is also about, you know, that sense of abundance and even growing old with somebody. It's loyalty, it's success. Yeah, real sense of things that, you know, definitely could go the long haul with the 10 of Pentacles. Ah, interesting. We have the Page of Pentacles behind that. We also have the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords on the spread. So this Page of Pentacles is talking about an offer basically being made or received. Now, if it's being made, it's someone thinking about reaching out with an offer, but could be a little bit hesitant in doing so, like thinking, do I reach out to them, do I not? But I'm kind of seeing this more as you or somebody receiving an offer and looking at it and being like, should I, this is okay, should I take them up on this offer? Like maybe they're asking you out, or, you know, it's a gift they might be giving you, wanting to restart something, or if it's just even a very practical message to try and get things going again between the two of you, depending on your situation. But it's like, I feel like someone's looking at it and being like, huh, okay, interesting. I need to make a decision about what to do about this. But it looks beautiful combination of cards there. So bottom of this deck, we've got the Knight of Swords. So again, communication coming in very fast, can be out of the blue. It can be one of those the unexpected kind of energies. Can be, yeah, straight to the point as well. And yeah, let's see what this yeah, okay. So we've got the Nine of Wands there. So now I'm either seeing this one of two ways. Either it could be that someone is coming in, I feel like just already from the spread, I can see this person is going to be communicating with you absolutely soon, Gemini. So, but we saw at the beginning I kind of got this feeling that there may have been communication issues recently, and maybe you've been wondering why they're not talking to you, or vice versa, and that could have caused some upset. So maybe I'm getting this Nine of Wands, it's a little bit guarded, a little bit hesitant, a little bit of a wounded warrior energy going on here. So it could be that someone's coming in out of the blue, coming to communicate with you now or soon, and you're feeling a little bit defensive, a little bit guarded. Also maybe that's that Page of Pentacles, like looking at that message and being like, do I reply to this? Like, what do I do about this? So let's see. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So there you are, Gemini, the Queen of Swords. It can also be air energy, Aquarius and Libra, but I really feel like this is you. It's exactly what I was just describing. This Queen of Swords is someone who is not communicating. She's got her sword pointing down. She is kind of feeling disappointed, and maybe even kind of a little bit detached now from maybe somebody who she was like had a lot of attraction or passion for, but has kind of ended up feeling a bit disappointed in them recently. Or has been left disappointed by them, and yeah, just feeling a little bit disenchanted with the situation, and as a result now, yeah, a little bit jaded and sad, basically. So as a result, this communication coming in, it's like, I don't know. But I mean, I have to say, it's not just this person obviously is very attracted to you heavily. We saw that at the beginning. So there's a lot of maybe it was just more of a physical connection between the two of you in the past. We'll see. Saw so many wands, but so that you may be worried if this person is coming in to communicate with you again, that they're just coming back in for, you know, another trip with Gemini, so kind of thing. But you've got to remember that behind that Ace of Wands sits the Ten of Pentacles. So that is quite a bit of stability actually coming in with that new beginning. So I'm going to get your next layer right away, and then we'll go through and clarify everything for you. I'm just going to give this a good shuffle because we used it, or I used it at the beginning. So let me clarify for Gemini, please, with the top 12 cards. Let me clarify the same spread, please, for Gemini. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there you go. The Seven of Wands straight away. Yeah, with that Eight of Pentacles is exactly what we saw right at the end, but from the first deck alone. Okay. Wow. Yep. Yeah, you may have been left in limbo by this person. That's why you're in that Queen of Swords energy, even though the Queen of Swords is air. So it could just be talking about you, but you know what I mean in terms of like embodying her kind of had enough. There's the World again. Okay. Oh, wow, Judgment, clarifying Judgment. Okay. Okay. Yeah, for sure they are coming, rushing back in, Gemini. Okay, oh wow, there's the Ten of Wands again. Okay, for a second, time in the spread. All right, so at the bottom of this deck we have the Two of Swords. So this talk about someone who is avoiding making a decision, basically. Knows that they need to make one and is trying very hard to avoid it, kind of a sense of being in denial. Also with the Two of Swords, it can be needing to trust their intuition to make that decision, but just trying to avoid it, basically. And indecision is the Two of Swords. So let's see. Oh my goodness, look at that. The Ten of Pentacles, exactly the same place as a couple of minutes ago with the first deck, right behind that first card. So as much, yeah, so now we have this Ace of Wands that's coming into this, your near future. I feel it's in your energy basically at the moment, Gemini, is that opportunity for a passionate new beginning, and right behind it, I said, sits the Ten of Pentacles. But the thing is, the reason you may have been left disappointed in the past by this person, I feel like they did have maybe scattered energy, as I said, was because they were indecisive about whether they wanted long-term, whether they wanted to settle down, whether they were ready for a full-blown commitment that could actually lead to family and long-term and that kind of thing. Yeah, Eight of Swords behind that. So while someone wasn't just indecisive about it, but they were stuck in their head, they were probably going over it and over it about, why. One minute it would be like, no, that's not going to work because maybe I don't have the finances to actually settle down and provide for a family, or I don't know if I want to give up my single life yet, or if I go into a long-term commitment it's only going to end badly, blah blah blah. And then the next minute it'd be like, oh, but the thing is that Gemini is really amazing, the thing is I do actually want to settle down and I can't live this like player life for the rest of time. It's kind of like just constantly going over and over it, and if we did it like this, would it go well? I don't want to ramble on at you, but that's basically this, I feel like, is the headspace of the person you've been dealing with, Gemini. So at the bottom of this deck we have the Queen of Cups. Interesting, so she's on the spread as well. It's water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Queen of Cups is talking about really being in tune with someone's emotions, and very loving and kind and caring energy. Let's see why she's here. Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is talking about walking away from something which is not emotionally fulfilling. Now, the reason I pause with that Queen of Cups is, I'm going to get to it in a minute, but there may, for some of you, I feel like this may have been someone else that your person had to choose between as well, Gemini. Not for all of you, but I just got that sense that they did have options. Maybe you know that they had options, and they were trying to figure out where the option with the real value, as I said, lay. Now, for some of you, they may have actually chosen poorly, or just chosen to previously direct their energy towards somebody, which actually they're real, and it could be a water sign or just embodied by this Queen of Cups. And I feel like someone's walking away from something that they realized actually there wasn't the full Ten of Cups that they were looking for. It wasn't everything. It wasn't everything maybe they thought it was going to be. And yeah, let's see what's going on. Yeah, exactly. Two of Pentacles. I mean, we've got the Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups on the spread as already. But I definitely feel like this is talking about a decision that someone had to make between their options. I'm just going to be straight with you. And yeah, I feel like someone is... They also have to decide whether to, maybe for some of you they haven't actually yet, but they are maybe emotionally detaching from somebody else that they had been giving their energy to, realizing who they really want to go after, and as a result they're going back and forth about whether to walk away from this. For some of you they may have, it could have been indecision because they were in some sort of commitment with somebody else. I'm not really seeing that though, because I think this person was more just casual with more than one person, and they were just really making poor choices about where to actually full on laser point that energy, that desire. It's kind of like scattered energy, as I was saying. So let's go through. How do you feel about your person, Gemini? Well, you may feel a little defensive, and also I get again that you feel that there's been a lot of hard work. You see how both of these cards, even though completely different, you see how this person is, well, like here he's like got a little I don't know what that's called. It's not a hammer, it's like a little chisel or something. He's like chiseling his Eight of Pentacles, creating his own money. And the Seven of Wands, again, this guy is really like swinging a hammer to like hammer a nail in, to break up rocks, to break things apart, which is hard work. And so you may feel like this person is really hard work, frankly. And you may feel like you're getting more success from your work right now, from your endeavors. It doesn't have to be work, it could be a hobby that you're actually monetizing in some way. With that, as I was just drawn to see the fact that he's actually chiseling the pentacle out of the gold kind of thing. So you might feel like you have a lot on your plate and you're more success with your work right now. You may feel focused on saving money and saving for a future. I just feel a sense of you may feel like you just are going to continue working on what you need to work on, but when it comes to this person, they are possibly hard work or like against all odds to make it work with this person. That may have been how you felt about it. I've never noticed that in this card before, but this Seven of Wands actually has a train in the background passing. So, and here we actually have a house in the background of this guy working behind his wall. But both are actually facing away from this. It's kind of like you may feel like just letting this person pass you by at this point, and you know, your dreams of actually having a stable home with them or some sort of stability, you may just feel like it's against all odds to actually make this happen with this person. So you would rather just focus on your own endeavors, is kind of what I'm getting. So how they feel about you, well, they feel very attracted to you for sure with the Page of Wands. The page can sometimes be like a new connection, but I'm not really getting that, I have to be honest. I feel like this is somebody you know for most of you, because they also feel the Three of Swords, which is intense heartache and kind of there has been maybe pain and anguish of some sort in the connection already. So I don't feel like this is somebody brand new, unless they just feel like they really want you and they can't have you, maybe because of a third party situation. Now, I don't mean that they've put you in a third party, like you're actually having an affair or they're having an affair, but more like they are entangled with somebody else already, and as a result they feel that they can't have you right now or be with you, but they really want you. I've just popped into my head, so I have to say it. For others, I feel like they want to maybe to message you, to contact you with that Page of Wands. Oh, spoiler alert, as I already said, they're going to. But they may want to reignite some sort of spark with you, but they also may feel they either themselves, they feel a lot of pain, or they feel like they've already hurt you in some way or another. We'll get some clarification on that. Now, how they see you, they're extremely burdened by the fact that they see you as their one. When they see you as the Two of Cups, I mean, they see you are their perfect match, that you guys are on the same page, probably about a lot of all the things that actually matter. You know, you are connected on a head and heart level. The chemistry, as I said, is off the charts. There is a deep connection between the two of you. It could even be like a level of, how can I put this, like a connection that goes beyond words. It could even be like, one of those things where you end up thinking about this person, pops into your head, or you have a dream about them, and then the next day you hear from them, or this kind of thing. It's like you have a spiritual connection, is what I'm trying to say. Now, in terms of this Ten of Wands, this guy is actually carrying this around, so it's almost like it's not like he's dropping it anytime soon. It's just like I almost always get the sense of just like an acceptance of like, I know that Gemini is my one, but I just have to carry that burden with me. It's what I'm getting so far in terms of how they see you. Now, what happened in the past? So, not a great combination, I have to say, when the devil comes up. And anyway, but then with the devil and the hanged man. So, there was definitely in the past between the two of you, there have been delays. As I said, I got a sense of that actually it was the sense of protection of divine timing of when this was actually supposed to play out for you, Gemini. But in the past, yeah, delays, things have been on pause. There's been silence with this particular hangman. It's like someone took a massive time out, but there was also some sort of toxicity with the devil. That could be a whole load of different things. It could be someone's issues in regards to, anything. Like the fact that I'm just noticing this couple on this particular devil card, how, it's kind of like after a moment of passion, if you like, and she's sleeping almost peacefully and he's sat there with his head in his hands, like regretfully. That tells me that it's almost like maybe some sort of temptation or issues with maybe physical temptation that might be some sort of vice or toxic trait of maybe the person that you're dealing with here, Gemini. Maybe they it's again kind of like that Knight of Wands I was saying at the beginning, of like really scattering maybe in their sexual energy, and they might not feel really great about themselves the next day, if that makes sense. It's kind of like I'm getting this person that I have an issue with just wanting that immediate gratification, but then they instantly have that sense of self-loathing, or no, nothing wrong with sex. Not saying that in the slightest. Sex is great. But I just am getting the sense here that someone had an unhealthy attitude towards intimate relationships, or even an unhealthy attitude maybe towards commitment, and focused more on the physical, and that was kind of like some maybe even toxic ways of thinking that they had to get a new perspective on as well. Maybe take a time out from this kind of behavior to really consider things from a different angle. But as a result, there was massive delays between the two of you. So the current mutual energy, wow, what a combination. We've got the High Priestess in the World. So as I said, the current mutual energy is closing out of one chapter, one cycle, and the beginning of a new one. There is still quite a lot of silence, I feel, with the High Priestess. She's very mute. She's doing a lot of internal work and a lot of internal knowing, learning lessons, but becoming more in tune with our intuition and spirituality as well. But yeah, it's definitely a card of learning for me as well, the High Priestess, but like an inner learning gained from our experiences, and as a result we're able to bring closure to one situation and to start a fresh chapter, whether with this person or with somebody else. Now, what this person wishes would happen in the connection with you, Gemini. So I feel like they've been avoiding talking to you about something, avoiding sending you a message. Again, as I said, definitely avoiding a decision of some sort. Now, I say that because this Page of Swords, you see how this person is looking away from some sort of the sword of truth. The sword pointing up is communication being spoken, and the way they're kind of turning their head away, it's like they have something to say, but they've been avoiding doing it. And paired with this Ace of Swords, and this is it, they have been avoiding telling you some sort of truth, maybe being honest with you about something. Maybe it could even have been like a realization that they have known all along. But you know what I was saying here? It's like they see you as the one, and they're just like, okay, great, well, I can't be with Gemini, so I'm just going to carry around the fact that I know that they're the one as a burden on my back, and just pine for them and want Gemini from afar. It's kind of like that again, but because the thing is, in terms of what they want to happen with you in the connection, it's like they may want to speak their truth. They may want to actually even face it with themselves, that they already have the answer that they're looking for. They already know which option they need to choose. It's you, Gemini. but they have been avoiding it. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting, that they actually want to face it. Now, what is the block? The challenge in this connection? The Judgment card clarified by the Judgment card from two completely different decks. So the challenge, in terms of when it comes up here, I would say that someone has not been making a decision. It's a big decision with this Judgment card, and this decision may lead to a monumental breakthrough. I want to say, like, a very decisive moment in the connection between the two of you, maybe in both of your lives. It can also, I mean, this Judgment card talks about a resurrection of a connection, like things being brought back to life. Also, like, almost ascending to a higher level of knowing, of awareness, of not operating from a low vibration, but you have to, sometimes you have to choose to do that, to no longer give in to lower vibrational habits, energies, emotions. And the block is that someone, or in one way or another, this has not been happening in your connection. So now the intentions of your person towards you, Gemini. So this is what I'm saying. We've got the Two of Wands and this Queen of Cups again. Now, certainly for some of you, it's going to be that this is also you here, Gemini. They need to choose the person that they actually have a lot of love for. Their intention is to do that. Their intention is to basically make a freaking decision that they've been avoiding. But the other thing I'm just going to say, as we already saw this Queen of Cups with the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, like, deciding whether to walk away. I would not be surprised if the third card that comes up here is the Queen of Swords, and essentially their intention is to decide between you and this Queen of Cups character. But let's get the third layer, and then I'll speak fully once I know which direction that one's going in. Now, what you need to know about this person's current situation, we have the Star card of Aquarius and the Queen of Pentacles. So that is Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So I feel like this person wants to, in their current situation, they may have been doing some healing or wishing for things to improve. This Queen of Pentacles, it may be talking about that they are ready to, again, focused on a more committed partner, that they have maybe even healed in some sort of that devil energy we saw about romantic relationships, their toxic associations with that. They may have been doing a lot of healing, even like therapy, or just working through processing their feelings about all of that, and commitment and everything, and their blocks towards it. And their current situation, it may also be wishing now for actually having that energy of someone who is very nurturing and will be someone who can actually have a home and a life and a family together in the long term. And I do feel like you are quite the hard worker here, Gemini, that I'm connecting with, because of that Eight of Pentacles and how you feel. I feel like you're very, and that's, as I said, this is sheer perseverance in how you feel, and hard work. So maybe they're actually healing about someone who, and healing, when I say that, it doesn't always have to be healing between you and them. It can just be healing themselves and their relationship with those kind of connections. I was also just trying to say that, or it's popping into my head, that this could have also been, for some of them, they may have had some sort of issues with the relationship with their mother. Not for all of you, obviously, but for some of you, the Queen of Pentacles, she's like my mini empress. And she can be like, she's definitely mother, of your child material, that kind of thing, in terms of a romantic relationship. So they may have been doing some healing with, maybe if they had some sort of issues regarding, the relationship with their mother. I'm just repeating myself, sorry. So the action they're going to take towards you next is Eight of Wands, Knight of Wands. For sure, this person is coming after you, Gemini, passionately. very much fast moving, let's just say. The Eight of Wands can be out of the blue, but it's just like messages that are just going to, I feel like it's not going to be, you know, they send you a message, you're going to be looking at it, like I said with that that Page of Pentacles, like, okay, do I reply to this? I don't know. Needing to make a decision yourself. And, you know, say if you do reply, it's not going to take them a week to get back to you. No. This is like, boom, boom, messages back and forth. They're like really passionate, really going after you. And yeah, that's the action they're going to take towards you next. Now, your advice is looking good. I mean, we've got the Death card of Scorpio, and the Five of Cups. So I feel like that, yes, there is, the advice is that things are about to change. As I said, you're coming out of that 10 of Wands cycle, heading towards the 10 of Cups cycle, from what I can see. So there is transformation happening, but obviously any change, any transformation, you also, well, I was going to say you have to actually allow, but sometimes you just have to deal with the fact that change is happening. It's just, change is always present. It's just, you know, how much we go with the flow or how much we resist it, but change is happening. This is your advice. I do feel like with this Five of Cups here, this is, I would say, in terms of advice, for me, the Five of Cups is like, don't just focus on what has gone wrong, on the spilt cups. Consider the fact that those two cups are still standing in this connection. And, you know, if you're focused on regret and disappointments and the things that have let you down, you're going to miss out on the beautiful side of this connection. And, you know, that change, transformation is happening. So I feel like the advice is where you were being left disappointed by this person. I feel like there's big change coming to this connection. Now, what is going to be happening between the two of you in the near future? Let's say the rest of April and a little bit, you know, further on from that for some of you. We've got the Six of Wands, 10 of Wands, yet more wands, more fire. But I feel like this is very much victory, success, really being appreciated, appreciating each other's worth, value, your value being recognized, Gemini. And as I won't go on about it too much because we've already seen it a lot, but like that time where it's just felt like a slog to get through is actually coming to an end. That cycle is ending. And that burden is kind of dropping off your shoulders, and you're going to be feeling fantastic. So let me get your third layer quickly, and we'll go through one more time. So can you clarify for Gemini, please, with the top 12 cards? I always try and make these readings a bit shorter, and then I'm like, oh, look at this on this card, and it goes to like an hour again. But anyway, let me clarify with the top 12 cards again for Gemini. Let me clarify, please, for my lovely Geminis. And don't forget, if this is resonating, do let me know. Leave me a comment. That'd be amazing. Okay, top 12 cards for my Geminis. Oh. Okay, let's go. Okay. Yeah, talk about a delay. Wow. Good. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So at the bottom of this deck, we have the Seven of Swords. So now the Seven of Swords it could be that this person was, maybe they ran away from you in the past. It could have been someone who did a runner, you know, in terms of energetically. The Seven of Swords is definitely not great. It can be like a sneaky energy, also dishonest as well, kind of holding all these swords, being like communication, as I said. It could be truths, and they're just holding on to those to their chest and running off with them. So let's see what's going on. The Seven of Cups behind that, 7-7. It's interesting. So the Seven of Cups, though, is talking about someone looking for advice, inspiration, kind of being more humble and looking for answers and ways to improve themselves. And also, you know, we saw at the beginning the Seven of Cups. So on the more traditional sense, certainly it can talk about options, but this is like more coming for advice on the path to choose. And there's that Ace of Wands again for the third time. So I feel like Gemini, this is talking about this person, definitely, as we've already seen, had some toxic traits and habits. It could have been, for some of you, it might have been someone that you had a physical interaction with, and then they just gone off into a cloud on the sunset, and potentially, not for all of you, but others, I feel like they just have not been completely honest with you so far, or haven't been just opening up. I do feel like they have been looking for guidance, maybe from others, or even inside themselves, in which direction to take, and in which direction to have that new beginning, and that take action. In what way do I take action? In what direction do I go? So let's see. Yes, at the bottom of the deck we have that pesky Two of Swords again, just as we saw here as well. Now this Two of Swords, the guy is actually blindfolded, so he knows he needs to make a decision, and it needs to be from his intuition, from his gut, and because, you know, what he sees in front of him, it could go either way. It's not going to actually help him. He's not going to know this. You cannot have a guaranteed answer in front of him which one is the right choice to make. It has to be from what his heart is telling him and his gut, basically. So, oh, there's that Queen of Cups again. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Let's see what the next one is. And the Four of Wands. I mean, to be honest, I feel like this Queen of Cups can just be talking about you, Gemini. From what I've actually seen with the third layer, I feel like this is knowing that you are probably have been very loving, or not just loving, you know, that maybe that's too much, but very compassionate, understanding, empathetic towards them, and shown a lot of care and attention and that kind of thing. And you are someone worthy of that Four of Wands, as we saw first card out. Commitment, celebration, you know, maybe even marriage down the road. This is, you know, more stability, energy, and a very fated connection. But this person was just really indecisive about whether to actually commit or not. I feel like they knew that you are very loving, as I said. You know, it doesn't have to mean that you told them that you love them, but just like you are very warm and generous and kind, in that sense, emotionally giving. But they just couldn't make a decision about whether to commit or not. So how you feel about them, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. This is another card of work, I have to say. Maybe for some of you, you work with this person. Maybe that's how you first met, for some of you. But this Three of Pentacles is actually talking about the other party, or one party coming to the other and being like, okay, I will put the work and effort into this. So you know what I was getting, you may also almost feel like you just couldn't get this other person to put the work and effort into it as well, if that makes sense. It may have felt like you were putting all the work into this. You were fighting to make this happen, and it just seemed like it was against all odds. They're just going to pass you by because they are not actually coming and putting their fair share in, is kind of what I'm getting. As much as you feel like you want to work towards this, you may have like realized you're like, I can't do all the work on my own, kind of thing. So how they feel about you is clarified by the High Priestess. So this is it. I was saying, it's like they want to contact you, they want you, but they feel like they have to keep that hidden. Even if it's hurting them, they feel like they are, kind of keeping it all within. With this High Priestess, this is kind of keeping it a secret. And in this particular deck, the High Priestess is the number 5. So that can talk about challenges as well. So it's been a great challenge. Like, it's kind of like they feel like they're pining for you, and they're keeping it hidden. Maybe even the fact that they have keeping it maybe the fact that they have kept it secret how much they want you is now causing them this heartache. But it's a lot of like inner turmoil is what I'm getting, is how they feel. So how they see you is clarified by the Five of Cups. So this was in your advice about, you know, the fact that that is changing. They definitely see that they may have disappointed you. They have regrets as well, that they are not with you, that they are, maybe for some of you, they can't be with you right now, but they see that they have disappointed you, basically. And we got that with that Queen of Swords right with the bottom of the first deck, you know, now maybe being a little bit more guarded if they do, which they are going to come back towards you with communication. Now, happened in the past is clarified by the Three of Wands. So yeah, waiting and waiting and waiting. And the Devil, I mean, if everything I was saying about, you know, their issues with intimate connections, it can also be feeling stuck. It's like wanting to go for something and feeling like you have that you know, in like old paintings of you know, like nightmares, where it would be someone sleeping, I don't know why this popped into my head, someone sleeping in their bed, and their nightmare was represented by like a little black like demon or devil, or like little goblin kind of creature, like sitting on their back or their chest and like pinning them down and making them feel like they can't breathe or they can't move. So that is kind of what I'm getting was how your person was feeling, Gemini, that they just couldn't shake off something that was toxic, even if it was toxic mentality that was pinning them down and stopping them from any action, and just leaving, waiting. Look at this woman, she's like just looking like it's very melancholic, like all I can do right now is wait, and being left in limbo. So the current mutual energy, however, we've got the Three of Cups, so that's good. As I was saying, this is joyful. Moving into a new chapter, as I was saying, like but from intuition, from inner knowing, and going towards a time. It can talk about reunion, and the world here, this card, the World card, is two people. I think they're called the world dancers, dancing together into a new chapter. But there isn't necessarily much communication as yet, but it might just be knowing that, or someone realizing or knowing inside that they want to go into the next chapter of their life with you. But there is a sense of maybe even just enjoying yourself, as I was saying, like getting out there, having fun with friends. And there's going to be like a lighter energy in this new chapter for you. So what this person wishes would happen in the connection is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So now this Nine of Pentacles is very solo, independent, lone wolf kind of energy. So it could be, as the other thing is the Page of Swords can also, as I said, we saw it briefly at the beginning, is like trying to find out something about someone from a distance. And the Ace of Swords is like knowing a truth. So what they may want is to find out whether you're still single, Gemini, or whether you are single or available right now. But for some of them, they definitely want to find that out. For others, they may just want to have a conversation with you and be honest with you about how they weren't previously maybe ready to give up being single, or how they're feeling about that kind of sense of even just, they may want to be able to find some sort of answer about how they can still retain their independence whilst also being with you. Now, what is the block or the challenge? Look who it is, the Devil. Yeah, it's exactly what I was saying. And in terms of what was happening in the past, the challenge is still there right now. This person is clearly still working through that stuff, and hence the fact that they feel like they can't communicate with you with that High Priestess, and it's killing them because they really want you, but they feel like they have still inner work to do. And certainly whilst this Devil is still here in the challenge, in the block, there is someone still being basically a slave to like an inner critic, something telling them they will fail, that they can't succeed, that they, either way they make a decision, it's going to go badly. It's kind of, it's not, I really hate this Devil card. It's just, in terms, it's a great card, but it's just, I just feel the fact of like, almost like oppressive, abusive kind of energy. And that it could just have been something from, someone's past that is really stopping them from actually ascending almost, you know, spiritually was what I mean, or like getting themselves to the next level where they feel like they are strong enough to overcome this and they can make a decision. So their intentions of this person towards you, Gemini, though, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So look, and with this Queen of Cups. So no, I don't feel like it's about choosing between you and another person, because at the end of the day, I feel like you're actually the only one that they really want at this point. They're very focused on you, but it's just more like their intention is to make a decision. And I feel like it's when they have a sense of balance within themselves. I feel like their intention is also to become balanced within themselves so that they can then make a solid decision to go towards you. I know that this is the Queen of Cups, she's more water energy, but it's someone who they have a lot of love for, and they see you as the Two of Cups. They feel Three of Swords. You only feel the Three of Swords about someone when you actually love them, because otherwise your heart doesn't break, you know what I mean? So yeah, I do feel like this is you here after all, so sorry I wasn't quite right there earlier. And yeah, their intention is to get themselves balanced internally, emotionally, and then make the choice to go towards you. Now, what you need to know about their current situation is clarified by the Strength card. So you know what I was saying about they are doing their work on themselves, possibly even therapy, definitely doing a lot of healing. It doesn't have to be therapy, it could just be, you know, whatever they need to heal in their own way. And the Strength card of Leo, I think I said you could be dealing with Leo right at the beginning, but anyway, is really this Strength card is actually representing, you see how the dragon and the warrior are both in blue and yellow? It's actually to represent the two sides that are inside ourselves. Each of us, you know, we have our shadow side and we have our, you know, more elevated side. So it's kind of like it's the internal struggle that we each go through of overcoming the fears, the lower vibrational energies. So I feel like their current situation is really healing themselves, and in the process fighting their own demons. And I feel like they're winning. I'm not saying like they're losing. They definitely still need to overcome it to be able to make a decision, and that's the challenge. But they're doing the work, the internal work, to actually do that right now, which is very good. I mean, that's what you want. You don't want someone who just has those demons, which all of us have to face at one point or another, and just avoids them. And they've definitely been avoiding making a decision about you one way or another, but I don't feel like they're avoiding their issues. I feel like they're aware of them and they know they need to sort them out, and they're actually working on doing that. Now, the action they're going to take towards you next is interestingly clarified by the Five of Swords. So this can go a couple of different ways. I mean, in this particular Five of Swords card, she's drawing a line in the sand, and it's kind of like, you know, whatever's happened in the past, let's leave that in the past, let's go forward. Or, you know, it can also obviously talk about, Five of Swords can talk about no communication. So I feel, to be honest, like this could be you as well here, Gemini, that you have actually, maybe you're like trying to draw a line under this and be like, look, this is just too much hard work. I can't get this to work. I can't get this other person to put equal work into it with me. So I'm just going to draw a line under it and accept, you know, that no more communication with this person or something like this. And it's kind of like when they are sensing this from you, this shift. And that is why, you know, it's always like when you stop trying to, you know, work at it, and you just accept that it's not working, just fighting for it on your own. It's kind of like that shift will also get this person in gear to actually then come after you, I have to say as well. And they will be communicating with you, but it's because basically you're kind of like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm not like done, but I'm done. I'm going to keep fighting and working for this if you're not going to. Now, your advice is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So in general, I would say when the Four of Pentacles comes up in an advice card, can speak about saving your resources, your money, holding back. It can be as well. But interestingly, this Four of Pentacles actually is someone who has isolated themselves off by choice. You know, they could be outside enjoying, you know, the beautiful springtime and this picture and that kind of thing, but they are and then they're not happy about the fact that they feel lonely. they feel, you know, cut off from the world, but they've actually chosen to do so. They could just go out, just go for a walk in the park or something, but they've actually chosen to kind of like cut themselves off and, you know, hide in their room kind of thing. I'm not saying you're hiding, but, you know, I feel in terms of the advice, it can go a couple of different ways, because this death card, certainly death card is transformation, but it can also be a major ending. So I feel like two things. If you focus on just purely the disappointments, which is they see that they've disappointed you, and if you focus on that and really hold back so severely and kind of cut yourself off from maybe this connection, from interacting with others, this situation is going to come to an major ending, an ending which you know, is not one that then can easily be brought back. It's just going to end it. The other thing I would say is that the advice is kind of, if you don't want that to happen, then you need to be open to the transformation that can happen. And that also means not cutting yourself off too severely. Like, yes, you don't have to keep, as I was saying, trying to work and when this other person isn't giving equal work into it. But if you just cut yourself off completely, then you will, and focus on the disappointments, then you're not going to allow this beautiful transformation to take place. So what is going to be happening between the two of you? And I've just noticed there are quite a lot of pentacles as well. So yeah, some of you, as I said, may have an earth placement, or they may do. But anyway, what's going to be happening between the two of you is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So you do see how in this, normally Five of Pentacles talk about challenges, especially regarding finances, and you know, a sense of wishing and hoping that things can improve in a kind of a stability sense, and financially as well. For some of you that might be a factor, but the thing I want to point out is that there are actually two people here together praying or hoping or supporting each other in that difficult time, and for things to actually improve. Remember, there is going to be the sense of victory and success, and giving up or dropping a very weighty burden. The burden may have been trying to put all the work in on your own, Gemini. I mean, with this, the Eight of Pentacles, and as I was saying, like maybe trying very much to focus on crafting your finances and building your own savings, or monetizing some sort of project. I feel like you've been doing all of that on, if this is like an existing even connection of some sort, then it may have been like you were just like, we need to sort out our finances, and only you were doing it. But there's going to be a shift here for sure, and this person is actually going to be joining you in, not in the challenge, but and like you're both now going to be in difficulty. No, I just mean like now you're going to be doing it as a team. And that's feeling, because this, I'm sorry, I'm like rambling on, but this Ten of Wands is the last thing I'm going to tell you. This card actually talks about the story of someone who, I can't remember what he was aiming to do, but he insisted on doing it all on his own. And even though people were trying to give him help, but he just refused, and he basically got so exhausted trying to do it all his own that that's his skull basically, so he died in the fable, in the story, and this tree grew out of it. That is the story of this Ten of Wands card. So I'm not saying that you haven't been accepting help, not at all. I feel like this other person hasn't been giving you it in this connection, but I feel like that chapter is coming to a close, and now there will be victory and success, because you're actually going to be in it together. So that's what I've got for you. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still watching to this point, I really appreciate your kindness and your support to the channel. It's absolutely amazing. Do subscribe, leave me a comment if you enjoyed it or it resonated, and hit like. As I said, I'm going to be doing a bonus reading for whichever sign gets the most likes. And with that, I will wish you an amazing April, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, Gemini. Bye.